But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive.
I'm sick of watching Caitlin getting attacked. If the league doesn't step up and protect her, things are going to get ugly real fast.
Sunny Hostin sat on national television and told the world that Caitlin Clark's popularity was not about basketball, it was about white privilege, pretty privilege, tall privilege. Those were her actual words on ABC in front of millions of people. And now after Alyssa Thomas pressed a closed fist into Clark's throat on June 24, while she lay defenseless on the ground, and the same voices who built that narrative spent the week pivoting, deflecting, and protecting the wrong people, Steph Curry's name is at the center of the most devastating rebuttal in the history of this argument.
With that being said, I do think that there is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege. And we have to acknowledge that. And so part of it is about
Somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. And then her just confidence. You can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's a performer.
about race, because if you think about the Brittany Griners of the world, why did she have to go to play in Russia?
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay, not because she was black, but because they didn't believe in the WNBA.
This is part of my Caitlin Clark is bringing this money, these sponsorships, we hope, into the league, and other players will benefit from it. But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive. And unfortunately, there still is that stigma against the LGBTQ plus community. 70% of the WNBA is black. A third of the players are in the LGBTQ plus community.
When you want to rough up the other team's star, that's what coaches preach. If the refs are going to let you do it, you do it. It's something that became a point of contention across her WNBA career so far, with Stephanie White, who probably deployed that strategy, saying that too much contact is allowed on the perimeter. And that's a thing across the WNBA, and it became a theme across the
They're queer plus trans.
They're trans?
Actually, they will have trans. They're going to have a washed up 38-year-old NBA player who's 6'8", 250, and he's going to realize I'm averaging 1 point and I actually just got cut from the Knicks, and I'm going to go and I'm going to average a triple-double, 30 points a game, and I'm going to put on a dress and they're going to call me Sally.
And I'm going to make bank.
And then Sunny Hostin will tell, oh my God, it's so great because now it shows that everybody loves the T community. It's absolutely insane.
Literally had a great point and should have just stopped. But you can't make that point without having to back up something to make it seem like, well, you're not going all in on, I'm all in on Caitlin Clark. Like, you can't just say the truth and then stop.
Range, her three-point shooting overall, her flair for testing her range every night and knowing that the other team's going to try to take it away. And she's fearless. No shot is a bad shot, and when you can shoot it as well as she can, she just adds another element of surprise that you can't really game plan for because it's so kind of just unseen. And once she crosses half court, she's within her range. It's always a threat. Biggest thing is how she balances that and her playmaking ability to get everybody else involved.
Are watching WNBA now is because Caitlin Clark is a unique player, because she reminds people of Steph Curry, but for ladies, because she is interesting to watch. That would be the reason.
I love Caitlin to do is get up one time and then just slap the out of her.
Shows completely miss the call because this happened to Caitlin Clark, and we're in this mode where every time Caitlin Clark is fouled, anytime anybody breathes on her, it brings out the hottest, the most scorching of takes. So in Boomer Esiason's mind is that Caitlin Clark is straight and white and therefore deserves a little bit more respect. And what he said was racist. All right.
Because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before. I hope she kills. I hope Aaliyah Boston does amazing. And we have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is. And I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulder.
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark.